I am always so happy to welcome Mike Feurstein to our community every year when he comes to facilitate our Unmake a Bully program that's under the umbrella of the Don't Wait Project. We've been doing this now, Mike, for 10 years, a full decade.
It's amazing. It's a long time, but it still doesn't seem like it, I guess. There's always a thrill, so, it goes fast.
Well, and thinking about it, we've been doing this for a decade. So some of the kids we worked with are now grown adults with even children of their own. I know that you've interacted with some of them when you come and visit. You have dinner with their families, and I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. 10 years. I think collectively, if you put it all together, it's probably about a year of my life that I've been here, which is enough time to get to know a good amount of people, I suppose. Yeah.
well, good for you. I know you're heading out for a hike here in a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it, but we just wanted to talk for a few minutes. We're leaving a lot of time in this episode for showing 3 full PSAs that were produced during your 3 weeks here with Wenatchee, Entiat, and Kashmir school districts. So we'll set those up in a minute. But what's it like to be back in the classroom?
I mean, it was fun enough seeing everybody virtually when things weren't possible, but man, there's nothing that beats being in a classroom face to face, getting that instant feedback, both ways, like them seeing your feedback and you hearing theirs, and getting to work with all the machinery again, the camera, the tripod, the lights, and just seeing you know, the engagement level shoot up 100% from even where it was before we had to take a pause.
Well, for people who don't know, you come here and do a film program with students. You do it all over the country,
Mhm.
mostly in Washington and New York, where
Yeah,
you're in the schools with the students for a week at a time, 3 schools, 3 classrooms at a time, and you help them write, produce, direct, star in their own PSA that's a message from them, from their classroom, from their culture and their school. And it really gives them a voice, but also having done it for so long, some of them I talk to see it as a rite of passage. Maybe their older sibling did it, or some of them have participated multiple years now
yeah.
because that spans since we do a program 4th through 12th grade. So
That's a
some of them did
special, and
more than
that's a
once.
special situation here in Washington because the districts are Kashmir's pretty close knit, and Entiat's one building. There's a couple in New York like that too, but mostly out here is where I get to see students from elementary all the way to high school multiple times, either in the hallways or in our program. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see that.
So we have 1 minute left. I'm going to let you set up this first PSA that we're going to show that took place in the Wenatchee School District.
Yeah, so this was at West Side. West Side they have a bunch of pods, and one of the pods is a virtual class that's being taught by Tina Brown, and Heidi Monroe teaches the West Side high schoolers, and so we kind of brought them together, and the high schoolers were kind of mentors to the younger kids. In our piece, though, in our video, you're going to see the kids were actually the mentors. The elementary schools were the mentors to the high schoolers, trying to remind them how simple it could have been when you were a kid, and you could still keep those arguments and solutions simpler than we tend to make it as we get older. So it was nice to see the flip flop there.
Well, you and I could talk about this program for an entire episode, but we're going to share the stories with the students later on in the show, as well as one of the participating teachers, and then also show you this clip of the students.
Can't wait to see it.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Are you ready for school?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, I gotta grab my coffee.
Oh, so she could give her a ride? And give me a ride?
My sister.
Hi, Sarah. How was your volleyball game?
Yeah, it was good. Were you there?
No, I texted you. I didn't go because.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Well, I gotta get to class. I'll see you guys later. Later.
Used to be so easy.
You come in to my house to play Fortcraft?
Sorry, I can't. I'm going over to Joey's.
You only go to Joey's, he likes Mind Blocks.
Why don't you come over sometimes then?
Nah, he doesn't like me.
Well, actually, he doesn't invite you because he thinks you don't like him.
So, can I come over?
Let me check. Yep. Here you go. Yes!
I could tell her how I feel, just like that, but she doesn't care.
I wish she'd tell me what's going on. If I ask, she might get upset. Did something happen? Grace happened.
Hey. Did I do something to upset you?
You? No, I thought I did something.
Let's get everyone against Grace.
What would that solve?
If Angela sees how everyone hates her, they'll stop hanging out.
So now you want to hurt Angela too?
Hey, I'm the one who's hurt here. We never hang out.
Have you asked them to?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really.
Should we tell her why?
I always feel left out between you two. I just assumed you never wanted to be around me. Angie kind of gets caught between us sometimes.
Yeah. It's not fair to her.
No, I'm glad you said something. I would have just kept assuming we were enemies for no reason.
Yeah, you made it really easy to talk about. I'm so glad you came over here.
So, where's Angie? Who are they?
It's because Coach supported us so much. It's so nice. Yeah. Like if he wasn't, we definitely wouldn't have one. Yeah. Yeah. What if we had a mean coach?
Oh my God, like that. That'd be crazy.
Like
Oh, you know, coach. What are you doing? Yeah.
not my fault. It's his problem. Ray okay? Well, maybe it's coming from somewhere else. We don't know.
I mean, no matter where it came from.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was just being funny.
Yeah.
Hey, I can make a banner at the next game.
No. You know what we should do? Put his name on numeral mountain. No, I think that.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yeah,
I'll talk to him. That's probably better than numeral mountain.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
I think it's the most boring thing I've done.
That's saying something, thing. Yeah. We're sorry about earlier.
Don't be sorry. I'm the one who overreacted.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, no one should be sorry, you know? I'm pretty sure I know where it came from.
But you didn't tell anybody.
No, I did not. No, it means so much to me.
It was really nice to finally get it off my chest, to finally open up about it, about what happened when I was younger. So. Everyone probably thinks I'm crazy.
Oh, no way. No, Olivia was about to make a poster for you for your next game. Yeah, and Violet, she was gonna write your name on numeral mountain.
She didn't do it though, right?
No. I don't think, no way, but what we're getting at is there's nothing you can do that'll change the fact that you're a friend, okay? And I know if I was going through the same thing you are, you'd be right there for me, and
Yeah.
it really means a lot. So as friends, we'll do that for you, okay? Should we get to practice?
Yeah, probably should.
A bottle of water. A bottle of water. A water break. Oh, in it. A water break. In it. Oh, pretending that coach is British.
Oh my god.
That is so funny. Like, what is it doing?
I couldn't take it seriously.
A what up, right?
I'm not British.
I'm excited to have two participating students from our program. We have Emmy here checking in from Kashmir Middle School and Lucas from Iniat High School. Thanks for being on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So listen, both of you got to participate in the program in your individual schools, and I just want to chat with you about your experience. First of all, we'll start with you, Emmy. Had you heard about the program before? Had you seen kids filming in the hallways? This is our 10th year.
Last year, we got to see people film from 5th grade.
And did you feel like this is something you'd want to do?
Yeah.
How about you, Lucas? Had you seen us around?
This is actually my third time doing it.
Good, cool. So what grades did you do it?
I did it 5th, 8th, and 11th, which is this year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've seen people do it even when I wasn't participating last year. Yeah.
One of the things that Mike says is it kind of becomes a rite of passage for some of the students. They know they can't do it till 4th grade or so. They might have had a sibling doing it or that sort of thing. So it's something you've looked forward to.
Yes. I always look forward to them coming over. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, tell me what your role was in the production.
I was the new kid.
New kid?
School.
So you were an actress?
Yeah.
And what kind of lessons do you feel like you learned about acting that maybe you didn't know before?
I think that you get like a lot. It's like a lot of it's like really fun, and you get to know more about like what the movie is about, and it takes a lot of time and hard work.
That's what people don't realize. For each script page, it's takes up a whole minute of footage, which can take half a day to film. Was that surprising to you? I mean, Lucas, you have some experience with it now, but are you always surprised at how long each thing takes?
Yeah, it takes like a lot of takes. We got like 10 takes on one scene.
I happened to be there, Lucas, when you were filming one of the scenes, and you ad-libbed a lot. I knew what the overall script was going to be, and you ad-libbed in a way that just seemed so genuine to the story. Do you think your years of experience have helped? And have you been an actor in all of the roles you've played with the program for the 3 years, or did you have other jobs too?
I had other jobs, and I was a scriptie the first year and I acted the second year, but I think what helped me kind of improvise and ad-lib was just how natural that specific role to me was, and the person who I was acting with. That is a conversation that I've had before with them. You know, my PSA is all about comforting people when they're going through things and understanding that people have flaws, you know. So just being able to embody my role and not really act. It wasn't really acting. That's what made it so easy for me. It was genuine.
A genuine conversation. One of the things that I want to make sure people realize is that while Mr. Mike, who leads the program with each of you, while he guides you and directs you, you are pretty responsible for the message, for the script that you produce. And it comes from things that you're experiencing in your own classroom, in your own setting, in your school. And so the message is always coming from you. Emmy, I was the new girl at school a couple of different times when I was your age and a little older. And did it teach you a new empathy? Maybe you'll reach out or make an effort to extend yourself to a new student in the future?
Yeah. When during it was like, I was like being nice to other people because there was other people that were like sad, like something was wrong. So I was like being nice to them, and then they ended up treating me nicely too, and then we became friends.
And so that's the lesson that you learned from this particular story?
Yeah.
What was the lesson you learned, Lucas? I know it's something that you've experienced before firsthand. Did you take something extra away, having filmed it and acted it out and sent this message out into our community?
Yeah. So um I really like that we were able to do this topic because I think it's something that people really need to hear if they're struggling through that stuff. And it did make me realize how real the problem is, you know?
Is there anything that either of you would like to say, having spent the week with Mr. Mike, about the things that he taught you and what you learned from him, or anything you want to shout out to him, Emmy?
It was really fun week, and I think we should do it more often. And he's like a really great guy. And it was like we learned a lot of things from him.
Yeah. How about you, Lucas?
Yeah, I'd like to say we had a pretty rough start to the day of filming. Thank you for sticking with it and really just embracing our message and being so willing to give us creative control and just kind of have fun with it.
Yeah, he's really good with all of you kids. So we've worked with now over 12,000 students over the last 10 years. And when I say we, I mostly mean him, because I do the behind the scenes stuff and he's the one who's on the ground in the schools with all of you, and he absolutely loves it. So thank you both for participating and taking part in our program, and we'll hope to see you again next year.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Joining us now is teacher Mrs. Tebow. She is checking in from Cashmere Middle School. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you have a busy day.
Yeah, thank you.
But I wanted to have you on to just share your perspective as a teacher, having participated in this program. As you know, we've been around for 10 years, and you've been a teacher for a long time yourself. So I know that this isn't something that it only happens in your school district once a year when we come through. And I just wondered what your opinion is so far.
Well, this is my first time ever doing it, and I didn't know much about it. We learned about it the Friday before it all happened, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to really process it. But it's just been an amazing time, and working with Mike is amazing. He's very, very good with the kids, and I think when I look at my students and how they just embrace this whole opportunity, just watching them grow from it was awesome. I'm a teacher that likes to look for different ways to teach, and there's so many different ways to learn, and I felt like it really was an opportunity for these kids.
Well, we appreciate you so much. I know one of the things that we hope for when we're working with different teachers is teachers who will engage and be excited by the program, as opposed to using it as a day to have a sub and get work done at their desk or something.
Yeah.
So I know that Mike has spoken very highly of you and your students, and the participation was at a very high level.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask too, what in your observation, what we seem to notice, maybe one of the things we notice the most is students in a job or role that you would not expect that they would choose, because they get to choose their roles, the director, actor, sound, whatever it is. And a lot of times a student will come to the forefront you didn't expect to see. And you don't have to mention any names, but was there an example that you can give of, wow, I didn't see that coming?
Well, there were a couple students that chose acting, which I never would have expected. So that was kind of cool to see them, ad lib a little bit and show some of their personality. One of my students who is a director, he totally is a leader, and so he just really shined in that role. And I was a little worried about the camera, to be honest, because it's such an expensive piece.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's the real thing. Yes.
Yeah, and so I was a little worried at the beginning, but those kids just did great with it, and they were very responsible and respectful of the equipment. So yeah, everybody just did amazing. Yeah.
Do you feel, how did you feel about the subject matter that they chose? Because as I talked with the students, we shared that the students actually choose their script. They help write the script. Mike definitely helps them create the formula of what a script looks and reads like. But what did you think about the message they chose?
Yeah, I felt like it was really relevant to them. And it was interesting to watch that all evolve, how it just kind of started through brainstorming and it evolved into this topic. And I think that all the students could totally relate to it.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I know you've got students coming back in.
Yeah,
We're going to end this episode of the show by showing the students and their PSA at Cashmere Middle School. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
I did it. No, I'm gonna do it first.
Are we all just clicks and likes for someone else's entertainment?
Bruh, I only got 10K likes on my Captain Crunch pancake pic.
Now that's reading first. You should delete that.
What do you mean that's so much?
You only think so because no one clicks your post. I got 15K on my cat's astronaut costume.
Wow, that's so much.
I thought that was embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
Why do we need strangers to like parts of our lives and feel like failures when they don't?
We all want to be accepted, to know we fit in. But posting everything lets strangers control us.
I was trying to be nice, but they were just worried about their likes and not my kindness.
Hey guys, look at this cool post I just made. Look at what I did. Guys, it's so cute.
It shouldn't be a contest. Can't we just appreciate each other's ideas?
This is Lily. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Sure you're fine?
I'm fine.
Anything you want to talk about?
I'm fine. Guys, I'm fine.
Lily. 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 Lily.
Is everything all right? If there's something bugging you, you can talk to me. Or your friends. I'm sure you'll be able to talk to them too. And I'm new here, so what would I know?
I get it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh my god, look at her. Hashtag loser. I'm a post it first.
No, I am. Hey, we're headed to the library. Want to join?
Sure.
In the beginning, I was there for her, and in the end, she was there for me. I made a friend. Instead of basing my life on strangers who like my posts, I want people to like the real me.
If something's bothering me, I have friends in my life that I can trust, and I should talk with them.